Good evening, guys. Today I'm doing it a little late because I had a training and my gut's like, let's do this after the training. I think the training will be relevant to this. So here we are. Let me share this to my community. Share. Where's the share button? There's the share button. So, how are we on our Wednesday evening on this nice pre-fall day? Get that posted there. Sweet. Okay, it's shared. Hi, Amy. Hi, Connie. So, today in our evening training this fine day, we are going to talk about what we do with our awareness. So, yesterday we talked a bit about tuning into ourselves, getting what's called an internal orientation to our thoughts and feelings, and beginning to pull our attention out of other people's realities, their space, their energy, bring it back to us. Okay? This is critical to us breaking free of codependency, because codependency is that hyper-awareness of somebody else's reality, somebody else's energy and feelings, or our perception of what those things might be, our own assumptions there. And that gets us lost, right? If we're wandering through someone else's yard, we're never going to understand it. We're going to wonder why we don't know ourselves. We don't know what we want. We're not happy. We can never be happy in somebody else's yard because our happiness requires our yard. Their happiness requires theirs. So let's stay in our energy, in our thoughts, in our yard, our existence, our presence. And that's one of the most fundamental uses and benefits of our awareness. Our awareness starts in our yard and it ends in our yard. And it's always going to ask us to come back to our yard. So yesterday I asked you to do two things. Okay, I wanted you to do two things. I wanted you to start asking yourself the question, what am I denying or pushing away that's in my awareness? And what am I holding to? What pain am I holding on to or justifying, and that comes into your awareness? Very important, because denial is how we live in someone else's yard and we run from ours. And if we're denying the things we're pushing away, like love, like friendship, like belonging, like kindness, like success, like healing, even like rejection or criticism, or just simply an awareness that we want to make a change, something isn't working for us, that we're pushing that awareness away, we're in that denial, we're not going to find happiness. We're going to be wandering again outside of our yard. Because if we're not focusing and receiving our own awareness, we will look outside ourselves and we'll get lost in somebody else's world. So that's the reason why I asked that first question. Second one is about pain. We are conditioned to tolerate pain, to tolerate discomfort and difficulty, and to push through things. When in reality, maybe that pain's signaling us to the fact that we're doing something we don't need to be doing right now. Very, very important component there, so that we can resolve that. Because are we tolerating pain in a relationship when we should be advocating for a change, right? Are we tolerating physical pain because of what we're doing for our business or work that we're burned out in, or that isn't really a good fit for us? That's a very important signal for us to pay attention to, right? So we need to be acknowledging what we're tolerating, what we're putting up with, and see what's really going on behind the scenes. So now that you have these awarenesses, what can we do with that? So when we accept awareness, we're actually able to receive what is happening now to us. What is actually going on, I can say yes to it. Meaning, like, that's going on, now I can deal with it. I have some sort of consciousness about it. I have feelings about it. I have thoughts and opinions about it. Now I can understand what those are. And then, with that acceptance, I can start looking at what I would like to have done differently. Like, okay, so I've got something I don't like here. What would I like instead? Now, guys, this comes from a training I had today, which I thought was a really profound statement. This isn't about changing the past. It's not about undoing something that's already happened, because you can't change it. But it is about making a different choice now so that we can have a different experience tomorrow, kind of thing, right? So if I'm making a different choice now about a situation that I'm dealing with, that means the results I'll start to experience in the future, whether that's 2 seconds or 2 days later, whatever, are going to be more congruent, more aligned with what I'm really going for. That's why I ask those 2 questions, because now we can excite ourselves to what we want. We can understand what we're looking for, but we can also understand what we're choosing, because if we're tolerating something, we're choosing it. What we're choosing so that we can change that too, right? Because the whole point here with codependent recovery, in my approach, is to break free of the need to be codependent, which means we stop dealing with it as a coping mechanism for life. Instead, we use it as a signal to wake us up to something bigger for ourselves. It's one of the brilliance principles, is that problems become opportunities for something bigger for us. So if there's something not working, it's trying to tell us that we want something different. Now, what is that thing that we want? That's the question. That answer, got a little fuzzy there. The answer to that will not be found outside of yourself. It will not be found in making somebody else feel better. It will not be found in pleasing somebody else. And it will not be found in not rocking the boat. It will be found in what brings you calmness, what brings you joy, what brings you a sense of fulfillment. Okay? If you're going to be able to hear that, you've got to be in your yard, right? You've got to be attuned to yourself. You need to click with you. That's what we need to do after we get our awareness. We need to ask the question of, okay, what or who do I need to be, or who can I be to receive more of this, right? Because awareness is an invitation from reality to receive more. Now, if we got a problem we want to fix or something we've been in denial about, we break down a fantasy. We're like, oh, I've got this fantasy that things should be this way. Ooh. Now we can get in contact with reality and ask a question. Well, what would I like instead of this fantasy? What would really fulfill me now? Right? That's what we're looking for. We're looking for a path forward that we choose rather than chosen for us because of our circumstances. See? Now, this can be a little challenging sometimes. So I wrote down a couple of steps for you to go through. Let me pull up the thingy here. So we'll review them because I kind of went through them already. So step 1, we got to accept what we're aware of. This means we receive it just as it is. I'm aware of this. I'm aware of that. I'm aware of my assumptions or my judgments, my expectations, my conclusions about things. We accept it. It's like, that's where I'm at. This is how it feels for me. That's what's going on. You can apply what's called the flow method to it. I understand, accept, and allow what's going on. Step 2, we acknowledge any change that might be needed. This kind of change would be like, I'm in pain. What would I like to feel instead? Once you know what you'd like to feel instead in that situation, then you can look at what either needs to change in your actions, your choices in the situation, because that's all that's really in your power, are those 2 things. So what will you choose differently? How will you act differently? Do not try to change the situation. Do not try to change other people in it, because that's outside your yard. Both the situation and other people exist outside of you. So you don't have power over those things. But you do have power over how you act and what you choose in response to circumstances and other people. Focus your awareness on that power. Invite it in. You'll get more insight into what you can do. Then the big trick here, guys, is to act on your awareness. You're not going to have all the answers. You're not going to have a guaranteed outcome. You're not going to know what will absolutely happen. That's life. I'll be real kind of blunty there. We all deal with it. 100% of human beings deal with that reality. Nobody can predict the future. Nobody has that power, okay? What we can do is embrace the curiosity of what will show up, be willing to receive it so that it can illuminate more wisdom in us and help us move to the next step down our path, okay? So we get courageous with our brilliance by receiving whatever shows up. That allows us to embrace our awareness, more deeply and more effectively so that we can have a little more fun in our lives. So these are the 3 steps you can use to utilize your awareness to your benefit, to your own success, to what brings you more joy in your life. There you go. What do you think about that, guys? Let me know in the comments below what you're getting out of this, what you think about it, because your feedback helps guide me on how I'm going to contribute to you guys in future trainings and future videos. Now, if you want help in this, this is what I do. This is what Codependence to Confidence, a little 3-stage system, is all about. It's about helping you return to your values, because once you know your value, then you can choose clearly what you want, restore connection back to yourself and others in healthy ways, and then take control of your life, take control of your happiness. That's what it does. Now, if this is appealing to you, you're looking for more help, more structure, actual processes that get you through codependency and get you into confidence, into your own power, Codependence to Confidence was made for you. Now, I'll be posting a link where you can actually review the program and then join and take control of your life. Because basically what happens for students in this is within 4 weeks, they experience a pretty severe drop in their own shame, fear, guilt, and fatigue about life. And they start to experience an uplift in their sense of love, value, confidence, and belongingness, where they feel secure being more of themselves. So they're getting relief from the trauma, from narcissistic discard. They're discovering real self-love, and they're starting to find out who they are based on their own experience, rather than trying to figure it out in their minds and analyze it so it's the right thing. Then, as they go through that, typically over a 12-month period, they move from feeling isolated socially to building real friendships, real connections, and they can start connecting into romantic relationships, better jobs, better businesses. They start to blossom into a life that they want to live. That's what they get, guys. So within 12 months, you can have an entirely different social experience. You can have a different emotional relationship with yourself. You can finally just be free of the codependency, so you can have the relationships you want, the jobs that you enjoy, and do the things in life that you're dreaming of doing now. So I invite you to join that. The link will be below. This is where in Codependency to Confidence, you get to learn how to know who you are, not from an analytical perspective, but from that awareness. It's like how I teach you how to use your awareness to illuminate yourself to yourself, teach you how to release all that shame and guilt you might be carrying, how to really emotionally heal, how to develop sustainable, fulfilling, loving, healthy relationships, how to get over your narcissist, heal that loneliness and emptiness you're dealing with, and how to get control of your life and your happiness again. So if this is appealing to you, if this is what you're looking for, then Codependence to Confidence was made for you. So I will post the link where you can review the program and join it. I invite you to be there. This program is always available. There's no pressure, and I'm not going to tell you it's going to be gone in 2 days or something like that. Really, it's about when it's time for you to make the change, because your body's going, hey, something's got to change here. I'm tired of this pain. I'm tired of being lost in this. You're going to know when it's right for you to jump in. You're going to know if this is the right program for you as well, especially if you feel calm but yet a little challenged or intimidated by it. It's an important signal right there that says, hey, yeah, this is what we need, but it's a little scary to make that leap. Then that program, Codependency to Confidence, is resonating with you. So no pressure. I'm not interested in people buying just because, oh, something's going to happen. No, I want you to tap into your healing, into your own brilliance, into your own awareness, and make that leap, because it's what you need in your life. Okay, and if you have questions about it, just reach out to me. You can PM me or you can email me. Go to freetheself.com and contact me there. Whatever works for you. So to review again, maximize your awareness by accepting what you're aware of, acknowledging what needs to be changed, what you would like to have different, and then taking the action necessary to make that happen. Because your awareness is not just there to make something aware. It's going to invite you to do something bigger with your life, because you deserve that. It's not about being codependent anymore. It's not about surviving trauma or neglect. It's about what life is like without it in the way. That's why it's all about being beyond the codependency, beyond the trauma. So if you guys have questions about this, let me know. Let me know in the comments below what you've gotten out of this training. I appreciate you. You guys have a great evening. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.